Achieving native-like pronunciation is possible if you observe these 10 rules. Whether you're learning English, Spanish, or any other language, mastering pronunciation requires understanding its key components. In this video, I'll walk you through the 10 rules with real, easy to understand examples that will take your pronunciation skills to the next level. Rule number 1. Master individual sound. To sound like a native speaker, you must accurately pronounce the basic sounds of your target language. For example, in English, the th sound in think versus the s sound in sink, or the v sound in very versus the w sound in we. Learners often confuse these pairs, so identifying and practicing them is key. Rule number 2. Understand word stress. Placing the stress on the wrong syllable can completely change the meaning of a word or make you sound unnatural. For example, the correct pronunciation of photograph places the stress on the first syllable, photograph. However, in photographer, the stress shifts to the second syllable. We don't say photographer, we say photographer. Then in photographic, the stress moves to the third syllable. So we say photographic. Rule number 3, mastering sentence stress and rhythm. In natural speech, not all words are emphasized equally. For example, content words like I want pizza stress more important words like pizza. So I say I want pizza. Pizza is the important word here. Meanwhile, function words like the, of, and are often unstressed. For example, native speakers say I'm going to the store with stress on going and store, while to the is barely stressed. So I say, I'm going to the store. I don't say, I'm going to the store. Rule number 4, use intonation effectively. Intonation, the rise and fall of your voice, can completely change the meaning or intent behind what you're saying. Rising intonation can indicate a question. Are you coming tonight? Are you coming tonight? Falling intonation suggests a statement. I'm coming tonight. So the intonation is falling. I'm coming tonight. Without proper intonation, your sentences might sound robotic or unclear. So observe how native speakers use pitch to express mood and meaning. Rule number 5. Practice connected speech. Native speakers don't pronounce words in isolation. Sounds often blend together, so learning this aspect will make your speech flow like theirs. For example, going to becomes gonna. So instead of saying I'm going to call him, you say I'm going to call him. I'm going to, which has become gonna. I'm gonna call him. Rule number 6, focus on clarity and accuracy. Clarity is always better than speed. Take the time to pronounce words correctly, especially the ones that might confuse listeners. So you see, clarity is always better than speed. Take the time to pronounce sounds correctly, especially the ones that might confuse the listeners. Instead of saying tree, for 3, learn how to distinguish ta and tha. So these are 2 different sounds that you might not have in your mother tongue, but learn to distinguish them. Rule number 7, build fluency. Don't confuse fluency with speed. Fluency isn't about speaking fast. It's about speaking smoothly and confidently. For example, a fluent sentence might sound like, I went to the park yesterday, with no unnecessary pauses. I went to the park yesterday. It's not, I went to the park yesterday. People might understand what you're saying, but it's not smooth and especially not pleasing to hear. Rule number 8, recognize accent differences. Every language has multiple accents. Choose the one you want to focus on and try to mimic it. For example, the Americans say water while the British say water. So choose your target accent and mimic it. Listen to radio, watch series and movies, and try shadowing. I mean, repeat sentences immediately after you hear them. Rule number 9, learn the phonological rules of your target language. Each language has specific rules for how sounds behave. In English, the t sound is often softened or dropped. For example, instead of butter, you might hear butter or butter, as the British say, butter or butter. So you rarely hear butter. Rule number 10, use proper articulation and voice control. Pronunciation isn't just mental, it's physical too. You'll need to train your tongue, lips, and vocal cords to pronounce sounds correctly. For example, to say r in English, curl the tongue slightly backwards without letting it touch the roof of your mouth. R. So you don't say ra, okay, as in certain languages. Meanwhile, sounds like b require you to use your vocal cords. So if you touch your throat and say b, you should feel your vocal cords vibrating. Unlike p, which is voiceless. So there should be a difference between saying b and p. And this is especially useful for those whose mother tongue is Arabic. Here is the secret to mastering native-like pronunciation: shadowing. Pick a native speaker you admire and imitate them word for word, sound for sound, with the same intonation, stress, and rhythm. For example, repeat after them. If they say, "I'll meet you at the cafe," mimic it precisely, including the stress and rhythm. "I'll meet you at the cafe." So you see, it's not "I'll meet you at the cafe." It says, "I'll meet you at the cafe." Okay, so in the end, mastering native-like pronunciation isn't magic. It's practice, patience, and observation. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more language tips. See you next time.